Hey there, it's Kay, and thank you so much for joining me for today's video. Today I'm going to be stuffing my cash envelopes and my sinking funds with money that I've budgeted out of my first paycheck of March 2021. And before I get into the video, as always, I want to thank my returning subscribers. Thank you guys for joining me again. And if you're new to my channel, I would love to see you follow me on my journey by subscribing down below. All right, let's get right into it. So I've already gone ahead off camera and written down all of my sinking funds and cash envelopes and the amounts that I'm going to stuff in them based on the bill denominations that I've pulled out, because I wanted to make sure this video went as seamlessly as possible, because it is going to be, I think my largest cash stuffing so far is a total of $1,700. So if you haven't seen my first paycheck budget of March, I highly recommend you go check it out so that you know where these numbers did come from. But I'm gonna have this off to the side for reference and to also check everything off as we go, because there's kind of a lot to keep track of. And in here I have my sinking funds and my cash envelopes, as well as the withdrawal that I've made. And I am starting a new sinking fund this period for an iPad. I really need a new iPad, and I didn't have time to make myself a nice envelope or anything, so I've just recycled my old Christmas fund envelope for now and just stuck a little label over it. And my cash envelopes and my withdrawal are right in here. So we are going ahead and starting with counting out what I have, and then we're going to start with my cash envelopes. So first, let's go ahead and start by counting this withdrawal, because it is a thick one and I was able to go to the bank for once and get some bigger bills. So I believe what I did was I pulled out 700 and 100s, 350s, and 720s. So let's start with the 20s and see what we got. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so $700 in 20s. We'll put them over here. And then it should be 350s. So 2 and 3. And then there should be 700 and 100s, and they're all stuck together. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So there is my $1,700. And I've got my cash envelopes here. These are for variable expenses, so they are different every month. And I have my allowance, I have my pet envelope, I have eating out, gas, and grocery, and laundry. So in no particular order, I guess we'll just start with grocery. And grocery is gonna get 10 20s is what I've written out. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So $200 is what I budgeted for. So let's double count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Add a 0 is 200. So 200 is going into groceries. So groceries is now all set. Next, let's do laundry. And laundry is going to get 3 20s. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's 60. Into laundry. Next, let's do eating out is going to get 10 20, so 200. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's double count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Yep. So there is 200 into eating out. I'm glad at least the 20s aren't stuck together because that would be such a huge pain in the ass. So we got eating out. Next is going to be gas is going to get 3 20s. 1, 2, 3, 3. So $60 into gas. And then pet is going to get 420, so $80. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's $80 into pets. And last but not least, my allowance, which is a little higher than it normally is because it's right before my birthday. So I do want to treat myself to something nice. And so I'm going to put 2 50s. So we got $100 in allowance. And let me straighten these out. And let's move into my sinking funds, which are again here in the binder. And I'm gonna check off pet and allowance. So cash envelopes are all set. So now let's do sinking funds. Since iPad's on top, let's do that. So I budgeted 500 and it's gonna be broken down 3 100s and 4 50s. So there should be 4 50s left here. 2, 3, 4, so that's 200, and then 3 100s. 1, 2, and 3. Just want to make sure because these are all really fresh. So that is a nice $500 starter towards a new iPad. I'm specifically trying to save for an iPad Pro, but I think there's going to be new Pros coming out this year is kind of the rumor in the grapevine. So I just want to make sure I have enough for that. I'm probably going to try and save like $1,200 for that. Next we have phone on top. Phone is going to get 1 100. And I try to do these so that my sinking funds can start accumulating some bigger bills because before I could only go to an ATM and I only had access to 20s. So there was a lot of smaller bills in here for a while, but now I'm going to put some bigger bills in them. Cart maintenance is going to get 1 100. So there's car maintenance. Car registration has already been stuffed. I stuffed that in, I want to say it was February, but I kind of forgot, but car registration's already been fulfilled, so that's all set. Personal is going to get 1 100. Next is home. Home is going to get 3 20s. So 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3. So there's home, and last, oh, not last, all right, medical is gonna get the last 100. And now, last but not least, we have my vet sinking fund, which there should be 2 20s left, and there is. So that $40 is going to go into my vet fund. So now everything has been stuffed, so I'm going to grab my big budget book and let's update my tracker. So here in my budget book, I've already prepped my envelope sheet here with my categories, and the starting balances on all my cash envelopes are 0, because if I have any left over, I do like roll it over into the budget and the money can exchange. I actually had no rollover. Again, I was in New York for like an entire month. So yeah, I amazingly spent all of that money. but I have 0 starting. And let's add all of the additions for the first paycheck. So for allowance, we added 100, and for gas, we added 60. Grocery, we added 200. Eating out, we added 200. Laundry, we added 60. And pet, we added 80. And then for sinking funds for car maintenance, we added 100. For home, we added 60. Medical, we added 100. For iPad, we added 500. For phone, we added 100. For personal, also 100. And vet, we added 40. And I had to add car registration down here at the bottom. We didn't add anything to it. I designed these sheets, which are a part of my budget book in my Etsy shop, because I know a lot of people will either have a ton of sinking funds or a small group of sinking funds, and so I kind of designed them with big spaces where you could, if you theoretically wanted to, draw a line through it, which is actually what I did with iPad and phone. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 big squares that you could turn into 12 if you wanted to. So there's some flexibility on that end. I like the big squares because I'll also put in, like, if I spend a little bit, I'll go in with a red pen and I'll subtract whatever I spent within that pay period. For iPad and phone, I'm literally not touching this money because I have an actual savings goal for these. So I didn't feel like I needed the room for those, which is why I split the squares there. So here it is, guys. There was my huge $1,700 cash stuffing for my first paycheck of March, and my second paycheck, which I haven't gotten my work paycheck, but newsflash, I got my tax refund, so I'm expecting to be able to pull another huge cash stuffing again this month. So if you want to see that, I highly suggest, if you're not already subscribed, to subscribe to my channel down below. Also hit the notification bell so that you are notified when I upload, and also follow me on Instagram at planwithkay, where I do post updates. And I really hope to see you in the next video. Peace out.